Hi, my name is Gay from Spirit Walker Crystals, and today we're going to talk about people who have knee pain and lower back pain, and this can be a problem with a lot of people, including me. And recently I had a lot of pain within my knee itself, and I didn't quite know the cause of it, so I needed to find out what was causing this problem. So I actually went to see an osteopath who gave me a little bit of her knowledge, and I found out that there's some bones here called the sacroiliac joints, and they connect to our pelvis. And what had happened is over time my pelvis, this side, had been thrown forward. And of course the muscles that connect to the pelvis here actually go all the way down the leg and connect around the knee itself. And so even though I had pain in my knee, the actual problem came from my lower back itself. Once you know the problem of something, you've then got a better chance of actually treating it. So what I actually did then is I came back and I got my crystals and thought about what I could actually do to help myself. So the first thing that I've got here is a bottle of spring water, and within the water itself I've got 2 stones of magnetic hematite, and I've got 2 stones of smoky quartz. The magnetic hematite are hopefully going to pull my pelvis back into alignment, and the smoky quartz will take the pain away. So you can see I've got some bracelets on here as well. And often when I'm working, I don't want the bracelets on, and so I put them over the bottle itself and then drink the water, so that the water's actually absorbing the energies from the crystals. So I'm getting the energies internally, and then when I'm ready I can put them back on. And the crystals that I've got here is, this is Prehnite, and Prehnite helps us, the healer, heal themselves. Because as healers we're very good at telling other people what to do, but we're not as good at doing it ourselves. I've then got some manganocalcite, and manganocalcite is known as the Reiki stone because of its great healing ability, and it being favoured by a lot of Reiki therapists. Because of the pain around my knee and my pelvic area, I felt there was probably inflammation there, and so I've got some rhodonite here which is going to take away the inflammation. And as that goes, the pain should then subside, but in the meantime I've got some smoky quartz here which again will take away the pain. So I've got crystals working on the outside of me and crystals working on the inside of me via the bottle. The other thing that I've got here is 2 bogie stones. And bogie stones, if I come a bit closer, you can see that one is bobbly and one is smooth. And the bobbly one is the male and the smooth one is the female. And what these do, they're magnetic, they're naturally magnetic. You can see them, they pull slightly there. And I'm going to put one of these in each of my back pockets here. So they're working on either side of my pelvis to actually pull it back into alignment. As well as that, I've got a couple of magnetic hematite here, the same as what's in the bottle, and again these are going in my back pockets there. At night when I get home, another thing that I can do is take them out of my back pocket and put some tubey grip or elastic like a bandage around my knee, and then pop the stones inside the bandage on either side of my kneecap here, so it's pulling my knee back into alignment. So in the day it's working on my hips, and in the evening it's working on my knees. The other thing that I wanted to do to help it along, because obviously you know it can be quite debilitating with bad knees and backs when you need to work, is I've got a pendulum, and the way that I'm going to use this alongside all the other crystals that I've mentioned is twice a day I'm going to do a healing on myself. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to take the pendulum first over my knee. So I've asked the pendulum to heal my knee for me, so it's going to spin in a circular fashion as it's doing its healing. When it's going in a clockwise motion, for me that means that it's positive energy in there, so there's nothing untoward. And the pendulum is going to keep spinning until it's done its job. As it comes to a standstill, I know that that knee's had enough. So then I'm going to move it to my other knee, and again I'm going to ask you to spin. Now this time it's going anti-clockwise, so that tells me that there's some negative energy within it, and the negative energy comes from the pain that I've been experiencing in this knee. So it's going to remove the pain for me by going anti-clockwise, and then it's going to stop again, and then it'll start spinning in the other direction as it infuses it with positive energy. So those are my knees treated. I then need to treat my pelvis. I just need to wait for this to stop spinning first. There you go. So for this I'm going to lean back slightly and just hold it over this hip first. And again, just leave the pendulum do its work. And when you're using a pendulum, obviously you have to establish what your yes and no is and what it's going to do for positive and negative. And once you've got that, you can then work with it. So and you can relax quite a lot while you're doing this. And then you come over to the other side. So you can see it spinning. So we've talked about balancing chakras in other videos with pendulums, and this is a new way in which you can use your pendulum for actual healing purposes. You could close your eyes and relax and just enjoy the moment of the healing as it takes place. And then when it's stopped, the last place I'm going to take it is over my sacroiliac joints. And obviously I can't get behind to do this, and I haven't got anybody else to do it for me. So I'm going to lie as flat as I can here and just put my pendulum over the area where my sacroiliac joints would be, but at the back. And I'm going to set my intent that the healing is going to go through to the back. And you can see it spinning there. So that would be on the one side, and we'd wait until it's done its job. And this is actually starting to spin in an anti-clockwise motion, so it's obviously picked up some pain there around my lower back, and it's now removing that negative energy from that side. And then as it does that, it'll then change and go back again and refill it with positive for me. So my issues seem to be on my right hand side here, which means I could be blocking something that's coming in rather than letting things go. And then go to the other side and do the same. And you could do this twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And again, there's lots of positive on this side. And as my pelvis is actually pointing forward, that would put a strain on the right hand side, which is where the negative energies have been picked up. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it useful. And if you want to know any more about crystals, please visit us at spiritwalkercrystals.com.